Bar. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So it's I get a little ramble because I'm 50. It all started. I was born a poor white child in Fort Worth, Texas. My parents are here, missionaries for most of their lives. Took my sisters and I through this wonderful tour of the world that opened my mind forever and changed my life, going to Costa Rica and Guatemala and growing up in Guatemala. So amo mis Latinos y Latinas. Gave me the cultural experience, opened my mind, and they had the wisdom at around the age of 15 to go, son, your cultural experiences are over in Guatemala, and I believe it's time for you to go to military school. Which leads me to my next cast of characters. I have Kalol here, who also had an interesting life, going from India to Canada, found his way down to San Marcos. Kalol, thanks for journeying up here. Yes, man who at 49 had his first baby. And of course, for those of you familiar with the Bill Cosby album, if you're back as old as I am, to Russell, the brother who I slept with, well, Vic Rogers is here. He and I shared a bed all the way through college somehow, but we were. He's my brother, and by the way, if you were living in the '70s, Vic and I, we were quite a show. So, ladies, if you missed that, I'm telling you, we tore up that dance floor. And that brings me to my other college roommate, and Kalol was my college roommate also, and Doug Allison's here. These are guys that are near and dear to my heart. And I have another guy from Texas, Bill Montero. I'm going to play a little trivia game. It's what you should call me. Some people call me best man. And some people are very fortunate to be asked to be a best man to folks. And I was asked to be best man 4 times. Okay? I mean, I'm very fortunate. And all 4 of them were here. What I should have really been called was Mulligan Man. Yeah? Because the only guy that I was best man at his wedding that actually made it through the 18 holes is Bill Montero. But I will say, my other 3 guys that I was with, they're all sitting there. You guys did pretty well. So anyway, just a word of advice, you don't want me to be your best man. To my work folks, you know, all of my adult life and over half my life's been spent with the Clark gang. You know, I was the 20th employee, went from 20 to 1,000, and it really, you know, has been sort of what has been my passion. And anybody that's been in Dave Keebler's out there somewhere. There you go. There's Big Dave. Dave always thinks I don't recognize him as he's like my grumpy older brother. He doesn't think I love him as much as I do, but I've been with Dave for a long time. And then I have some great guys that when we were a smaller company, kind of acted as my big brothers. That was Gary Fay, Brian Williamson in here, and I can't remember that other guy's name, but I don't know, women, any of the women here tonight, if you've been groped, that's him. Frank, Frank, where are you? He's probably under the table trying to get a camera shot or something. No, Frank and Gary are my heroes because I knew them when they were broke and know-nothings, and now they're rich and they're know-nothings. So here's to you guys, and and to all of you know the neighbors that are around and been a part of our lives here. And Andrea, thank you for sharing your family. Attila, Tomers, and I pronounced it right, Tomers. No tamers here, we're Tomers. But anyway, thank you, and thank you for introducing us to all of your folks at P&G and the bigger international life we get to live up there on the top of Linden Ridge. So thank you. And finally, my family. You know, I didn't know when I proposed to Patty that I actually was proposing to almost 100 people. Irish Italians from the New York area. Only Angelo knows what that means because he's got an Irish Italian connection. You cannot get, it's like dog poop on your shoes. You cannot. It's unbelievable. But not just teasing. And, you know, actually, they're one of the finest families to be a part of. They are such terrific people. And John and Kathy, thanks for being the parents on that side of the family. So that brings me to finally to my family. I start off with my oldest, Travis. Travis is a lot like me. And Travis, that can be a curse and a blessing. But most of all, it's a blessing when you choose right. And I love you, and like that song we sing is, you're so much like me, I'm sorry. But I love you very much, I'm very proud of you. And then there's my boy Willie. Willie is, you know, since Willie was born, I think he's been doing errands with me. So in my life, I'll always remember Willie as my old shotgun buddy. He was, everybody, if I go to a hardware store, here he goes. And as he gets to be a teenager, he may not like that role as much, but you know, Willie, it means so much to me when you ride in a car with me and you play your iPod songs, whatever those songs are. But I pretend to enjoy them, and I know you like them, and that's what makes our relationship work. And my little Gracie, who, I don't know if she made it through this. We didn't know if we were going to have a daughter, and when Patty said we have to have a daughter, wow, did I not realize what a great daughter, what a beautiful, wonderful daughter to have, and she's going to love her. And I told her she can't get married till I'm at least 78 because she's got to take care of me, and she thinks that's okay right now. Yeah, okay. And finally, to my lovely wife, Patty, you know what? I will tell you this. You always hate to admit when she's right. She knows me better than I know myself, always. And she's right a lot, and I hate to admit it. The biggest thing she's right about is having children. I mean, I was reluctant. I didn't know. Honey, you were so right. So I love you so much. You know, you are as fascinating as you are beautiful. And I still love all our time together. It's hard to be on the road. It's always great coming back to see it. I think, and really, I appreciate you organizing this. And to all of you, I'll tell you, I am a very, very lucky man to sit here at 50 and look out among you, especially the folks who came so far, who are my true friends that I've known for my entire life. And I gotta tell you, I love you very, very much. And I want to dance. I want to have one song. You know, my wife and I had this funny, Patty and I had this funny wedding thing. Our wedding was great, by the way, John. We loved it, except we always think, oh, when all these great weddings, like Sherry Barkin's here, and she and Jeff had this unbelievable off-the-top wedding. We kind of had our wedding first, and then all these great weddings were like, oh, you know, our wedding was kind of, was not as, you know, we probably should have picked a different wedding song and all these things with it. So we can kind of, this is sort of like our makeup for the wedding. So I want to ask you for a dance, and you guys can join us. Anybody wants to dance for this one, but this is for you, Patty, and for all of you, thank you so much. I love you very much, and thanks for making my 50th off the charts.